Welcome to this how-to video from ExpensePlus. In this video, we will be exploring how to unmatch incorrectly matched transactions. Usually, if a transaction has been matched incorrectly, there will be no need to unmatch it, since you can simply click into the transaction from the bank reconciliation screen and update the details. For example, this would allow you to change the description of the transaction or update the fund or category that you want this transaction to be allocated to. However, if the transaction type has been incorrectly selected, you will need to unmatch the transaction. For example, you might have an income transaction that has been recorded as other income rather than an invoice to pay, or you might have an expenditure transaction that has been recorded as an invoice to pay rather than as an expense claim. In our example, we have £135 that has come into our bank account from Bill Jennings, and this has been matched as a named donation. But actually, this £135 is an invoice payment from Bill rather than a donation, and therefore it has been matched incorrectly. So we need to unmatch this transaction, and we can do that by clicking on the Unmatch button to the right-hand side of the transaction. We will have a pop-up that asks us to confirm that we want to unmatch this transaction, and we can click Confirm. This transaction will then be ready for you to match again in the Match Transaction screen. There may be some transactions where this Unmatch button is grayed out. If we go back to February 2025, we can see that we have an example here where the Unmatch button is grayed out. If you hover over this icon, it will tell you why you can't unmatch this transaction. In this example, gift aid has been claimed on one or more of the transactions in this match, so it cannot be unmatched. If this is the case for you, please see our separate guidance in our help guide on what to do if this happens to you. Another reason that the button may be grayed out is that the financial year in which the transaction took place is locked. Whilst you can unlock the financial year to edit the transaction, if you have already created accounts for that year, it's recommended that you don't do this and instead make an adjustment in the subsequent financial year if required. For more help and support, please see our help guide or send us a message. Also, do check out the free training sessions on offer at expenseplus.co.uk/training.